to do, know where to go. देखो सुनो मत बोलो. Wherever, whenever, whatever you are, be 100% करे नाटक. किसी को आओ मत कहो, किसी को जाओ मत कहो. ना कुछ पाना ना कुछ खोना. Who asked you live at zero complete level? मौज में रहो, be happy.
Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. There was a donkey, and on the back of that donkey, all the scriptures were loaded, and he was carrying those scriptures, Gita, Upanishad, Mahabharata, Veda, Ramayana, on that. And the only thing that he was thinking while he was going, when can I unload this? That's it. Because it was a burden. So whenever there is a burden, we want to throw it away. See? So what is the type of burden we all carry? See, I was in Tiruvannamalai before coming here to USA. And there the temperature was 40 to 43, terribly hot. And the food, Tamilian food, it was so hot. And as a result, it was impossible for me to live there. So hot it was. So whatever I will eat, it will come out from both ends. Very uncomfortable. So when we do not digest the food, it is vomited. Now take example, two persons. One has taken ordinary food, idli, sambar. The other person has taken rasgulla, jalebi, and something happened and both of them vomited. Will we discuss and compare their vomition? Hey, this is the idli vomition, this is the rasgulla vomition. Vomit is a vomit. Exactly the same way. Whether we talk about the worldly topics or we talk about Bhagavad Gita, if it is not digested and it is vomited, it becomes disgusting. See, friends, we have to digest the scriptures. Now this boy is playing this thing. From this I'll give you an example. Music is for what? See? Mirabai also used to sing for the Lord, not for the public. That those who are having public performance of music, see, they'll be taking the harmonium, and then they will be giving a long tan. Meri chunari. People get tired and they clap. Now stop it. So their singing bhajan was not devotion. It was a performance on the stage. In the same manner, when we are studying Bhagavad Gita, Is it a performance or it is an experience? Therefore, we have to understand what is the meaning of digesting Bhagavad Gita. So let us go to Bhagavad Gita. If we talk about Bhagavad Gita without a reference to Mahabharata, then it will become only erudition and scholarship. One example I have given somewhere, it happened in USA only. In somebody's house I went, like I came to Avijay's house. And then like you are all called, he also called quite a good number of people, 25, 30 of them. And there was one old man who was imported from India because he was not wanted there. And then what to do? Then he started teaching Gita to the people like you every day. So I said, come on, I have come for food. I am very committed to my cause. Give me food. Swamiji, he has come, he is so and so. He has come from India and he is teaching us Gita for last 6 months. I said, very good. Tell me also something. Now he was a guest, elderly person. I had to respect him. Please talk on second chapter of Gita. So what can I say? Okay. In 1 hour, second chapter over. Question answers. I said, okay, I'll ask you questions. No. I will ask you questions. And then he asked the question. How many verses are attributed to Dhritarashtra, Sanjay, Arjun, and Bhagwan Sri Krishna? This was the question. And I have learned from you all children in this country. You are all my guru. I have learned from you. Ask them anything. Like, what is the Gayatri Mantra? Chant. Wrong. Gayatri Mantra starts from Tat Saviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhyo Yo Na Prachodayat. Earlier 3 things. Om Bhur Bhuv Swaha. That is not the part of Gayatri Mantra. That is called a Vyavruti. This is how when you ask to these children, hey, what is your program after your schooling? What you want to, which line of education you want to take? Om Bhur Bhuv Swaha. O, E. I don't know. Such a terrible Maha Mantra. And I have adopted it. Because many people ask all unwanted questions. So immediately I remember them and then O, E, I don't know. And it is such an answer, after you listen to this, next question doesn't come. See? So I told that old man, I don't know. He said, how can you say you don't know? You are talking on Gita. I said, okay, I'll tell him. Then I told him, Dhritarashtra, only 1 verse. And Bhagwan Sri Krishna, not a single verse. The moment I said, he nearly jumped out of his skin. What? I said, yes. How can you say that? I said, please show me your Bhagavad Gita. So he took Gita Press book. See? I said, where it is? You show me. Bhagwan Sri Krishna Uvacha. Show me where it is. Nowhere. It is said, Shri Bhagavan Uvacha. Bhagwan could be Ram. Bhagwan could be Shiva. Do you know, those who are oldies, they will know. There used to be one actor in the Hindi film, his name was Bhagwan. See? So, Bhagavan Uvacha. Now, after studying Bhagavad Gita, we do not know Bhagwan Krishna did not give Bhagavad Gita. See, when Bhagwan Krishna tells Arjun in the 4th chapter, this knowledge I have given initially to the Lord Sun. And the Lord Sun gave it to Ikshvaku. Ikshvaku gave to Manu. And Sakale Neha Mahata Yogo Nashta Parantapa. And as the time passed, the yoga became diluted and disappeared. The same yoga I told you in the 3rd chapter. On this, Arjuna asked a question. How can you say you are only 3 years elder than me? You know the age of Bhagwan Krishna at the time of the war? Bhagwan Krishna's age was 89 years at the time of war. Arjuna was 3 years younger than him. His age was 86 years. See? All the problems are created not by my sweet youngsters. Oldies create the problem in the world. Youngsters are so sweet. See? So, when Arjuna says, how can I accept it? You are recently born and Lord Sun is right from the beginning. And you say that you have taught this yoga to Lord Sun. How can I accept it? That time Bhagwan says, Ajopi sannavyatma bhutanam ishwaropi san prakritim sam adhisthaya sambhavami atmamayaya yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata abhyutthanam dharmasya tadatmanam srijamyaham. That time Bhagwan Krishna gives his identity. Who was talking? Devaki Putra? Yashodanandana? No. Ajopi sannavyatma. I am unborn, unchanging. See, friends, because when we study Bhagavad Gita and do not want to apply in our life, we vomit it out. Go deep and deep. How important it is. Now further. Who told Bhagavad Gita to whom? First pair. Bhagwan Krishna told to Arjun. Second pair. Sanjay told to Dhritarashtra. Clear? The third one. Bhagwan Krishna told to Sanjay. In the 18th chapter, Sanjay says, Vyasa prasada shrutavan etad guhyam aham param. By the grace of Bhagwan Veda Vyasa, I have heard the whole Bhagavad Gita. So 3 pairs. Bhagwan Krishna, Arjun. Bhagwan Krishna, Sanjay. Sanjay, Dhritarashtra. 3 of them. 4th, I am telling you. 4 of them. Now, what happened to Dhritarashtra after listening the whole Bhagavad Gita? There is no mention anywhere because nothing happened. See? Then what happened to Sanjay? He says, when I remember Vishwarupa Darshan, Tacha Sansmritya Rupam Atyadbhutam Harehe Vismayo me Maharajan. Hey Rajan, when I think of that Vishwarup, I am horripulated and I am so enchanted. I am so happy. This is what happened to Sanjay. Nothing happened to Dhritarashtra. What happened to Arjun? See? Bhagwan did not ask Arjuna that, did you get the knowledge? No, he didn't ask the question. His question was, Kaschid eta shrutam partha tvaya ekagrena chetasa kaschid ajnana sammoha pranastaste dhananjaya. This was the question. Hey Arjun, Has your doubt and confusion gone or not? He didn't ask where you got the knowledge. No. And Arjuna, what he said? Nashto moha smriti labdha tat prasadat mayachyuta stitosmi gata sandeha karishye vachanam tava. See? Nashto moha, my delusion gone. See? Smriti labdha. Now I remember what for I have come here on the battlefield. Tat prasadat mayachyuta. And therefore, gatosmi stitosmi gata sandeha. Now I am left with zero doubts. And therefore, karishye vachanam tava. I shall follow your instructions. So what happened to these three listeners we have seen? Nothing happened to Dhritarashtra. Sanjay was extremely happy. Arjuna's doubts gone. Now I am talking to you. Now what is going to happen to you? So after listening, he will say, Nashta smriti moha labdaha tat prasadat swamyaji and stitosmi gata sandeha na gatosmi stita sandeha. I became more confused. See, friends, it is so important for us to know Bhagavad Gita. If we talk without reference to Mahabharata, it becomes only getting a PhD on Bhagavad Gita. See? There was one Bengali girl in Siliguri, in West Bengal. I was having my talks there. And she came to know, so she came one day. And then, Swamiji, I am doing PhD on Bhagavad Gita. I said, very good. Continue. I have discovered there are many meaningless verses in Bhagavad Gita. So as you could say nothing, what can I say? Then, see, I have discovered meaningless verses. For example, I said, wait a minute. Is it from chapter 9, verse 4 and 5? Maya tatamidam sarvam jagadavyakthamurtina masthani sarvabhutani nachaham teshvavastitaha nachamastani bhutani pashyame yogameshwaram bhutabhrunnaja bhutastaha mamatma bhutabhavanaha. Are these two verses? You also know? I said, yes, I have studied some time. Now if you see the meaning of these verses, it's full of contradictions. See, friends, scriptures, Bhagavad Gita, is not for filling the stomach. It is not for getting a degree. See, it is a science how to lead our life. This is so important. Therefore, when we are studying Gita, we have to understand first exactly what happened. If you want to summarize whole Bhagavad Gita in one sentence, how will you summarize? In our Maha Mantra, happy mantra, which I played, there that mantra is, wherever you are, whenever you are, whatever you are, be 100%. Where was Arjun? On the battlefield. When? At the time of the war. What he should be? A grandson, a disciple, a brother, or a warrior? See, all that is told in Bhagavad Gita, none of that was ever practiced by Arjun. Can you imagine? Between the two armies, Bhagavan is talking to Arjun. See, Shucho deshe pratishthapya sthiramasanamatmanah natyuthritam nati nicham chailajana kushottaram tatraikagram manakrutva. Between the two armies. See, then what happened? Only correct your identity at a given period of time. Where are we sitting now? In satsanga. When? During the satsanga. What you should be? Satsangi. But what happens? Suppose I give an example of husband and wife and tell how wives are smart and husbands are dumb. And if that couple is there, immediately because you have ceased to be a satsangi, you became husband and wife. Friends, take the principle. And that is all spiritual life is. See, there was one young boy, college student, and he came and asked me very arrogantly. I think his motorcycle was parked and his helmet was with him. This happened in Ramakrishna Mission Ashram in Ahmedabad, Maninagar. A very big pandal and so many people. After my talk was over, I came down. He came. I have got a question. I said, keep, I don't need it. Why should I? I don't know. No. What is wrong if I run after girls? I said, run. That is your age. You must run after girls. Can you run after buffaloes or what? Run. If you want a company, I am free. I can come with you. Now he expected that Swamiji will tell, no beta, you should not run after girls. But I didn't tell him that. So he got puncture. You don't understand. I said, my dear, you are not understanding what is your problem. I said, your problem is when you study, when you want to do something, your mind runs here and there. And you are not able to focus your mind on what you are doing. Is it not the story of all the youngsters? See? That is the problem. So when I told him, yes, you are right, you are right. I said, now if you want a solution, I'll tell you. Then I told him, I said, do you know these girls who are born as human beings, but they want to walk like a cat? Do you know where the girls walk like a cat? Tell where? No. They walk on that fashion show parade ramp. Next time you see, you see. Now, who can go there? Only that person, that girl, who has got a perfect figure, is it not? 36, 24, 36. We are 62, 62, 62 drum. A drum is not allowed to go there. They will roll you out. See? Now to be in that figure, how much care they have to take? They don't take food. They calculate calories. They do exercise because they have got some goal in their life. They are dedicated for the goal. Then I told him, if your goal is higher, lower things automatically drop. See how simple it is. There is an institution in India which is far better than IITs. It is BITS Pilani, one of the most prestigious institution. And there, to get admission is almost difficult or impossible. because there the students are dedicated to their career from the class 8 or 9. Such intelligent they are. Now, such students, there was one yoga teacher, and he happened to hear me, I don't know where. So he came and met me, Swamiji, you know me, I was your student. I said, I don't know anybody. Then he said, I am a yoga teacher here. But here the students are so useless. Nobody comes for yoga. Nobody comes for games. We have got a very big swimming pool, Olympic size. There also nobody comes. And I am getting fed up, frustrated. I said, are you getting your salary? He said, then why you worry? You are working for salary. Get salary and enjoy life. No, but why they are not coming? That time I told him. I said, here all the students who come, they are career oriented. They have got something higher to achieve in life. If you want a yoga brand, go to Patiala. You know Patiala, where the brains migrate to the patella. Patella means the kneecap. It's called as patella. See, you have to have higher goal in life. Lower things will not attract you. See? And for that, I'll give you mantra. A very simple. We have to have the ability to say no in life. Ability to deny no. This I learned from these ammas. They think that I am starving for last 300 years. And then they bring their food. And so much of that. How can you eat so much? But I am prepared with such a great love for you, Swamiji. Arey Baba, if I eat, I will die. Never mind, but eat. See? That day I discovered this Maha Mantra. If you tell them with love, no, Mama, I can't take it. No, no, no. But then I bring out Narsimha Rao Garu. No, please. No, no. I have to protect myself. Have the ability to deny. At the same time, also have the courage and strength to get denied and not becoming frustrated. See? Recently, one boy, I knew him right from his birth. When he was inside, from then I knew him. And he's very fond of me. Now he was giving some exams. I don't know what are the exams there. And he first exam he could not get it. Second exam he missed by 1 mark. And then depression, frustration, and all that. So his mother asked, talk to Swamiji. Then I told him, I said, look here, this is a blessing in disguise. You have to learn to say no in life, and you have to learn to listen no in life. Failures are a success if you learn from your failure. There is no failure in life. See, my friends. And this can happen only if we remember this mantra. Wherever we are, whenever we are, whatever we are 100%, then our all personality will be fully available. Our present condition is एक दिल के टुकड़े हजार हुए, कोई यहाँ गिरा, कोई वहाँ गिरा. Now such a टुकड़े दिल, how can you focus your attention? See, friends. And what is the reason? Reason is we have forgotten for a time being as to what for we are here in this world. See, friends, all that vegetation grows, they don't decide where which plant will grow. It is the nature which decides. In the same manner, which is the place, which is the situation, which is the time wherein we will grow spiritually. That is not decided by us. It is a divine will. See? But I'll tell you your story, NRI story. This happened in Australia. Um, my friend, his son was, I think, class 4 or 5 or 6, something like that. So I had to talk something. I said, hey, do you go to India? Yes, we go every year. I said, tell something, which I don't know anything. He says, Swami, it is so simple. When we go to India, we talk about Australia. When we are in Australia, we talk about India. In short, you are not where you should be. See, friends, we have to train ourselves. So, place wise, we are not available. Time wise, we are not available. See, oldies like me, they don't live in the present. When we were children, who asked you? See, don't get lost in your past. It's so simple, friends. And similarly, don't go on imagining a bleak future. This is exactly what happened to Arjun. When he had this identity crisis about himself, whether he is somebody's disciple or somebody's grandson, somebody's brother, because of this identity crisis, he started, first of all, getting paralyzed. See? सीदंति मम गात्राणि मुखम च परिशिष्यति वे पतुश्च शरीरे में रोमहर्षश्च जायते गांडीवं संसते हस्तात् त्वक्चैव परिधव्यते न च शक्नोम्यवस्थातुं भ्रमतीव च मे मनः. He said, I am completely confused, nonplus. I don't know. I can't think properly. If you can't think properly, don't think. But he started thinking. And he said, Etanna hantumichhami gnatopi madhusudana. Hey Madhusudana, I don't want to kill them, even if they kill me. Height of frustration and depression. See? Because wrong interaction. 3, 4 principles I'll tell you. First principle. When you are happy, don't promise anything to anybody. In that happiness, you will say something wrong which you should not have said. Because when you are happy, your balance is gone. See? And when you are angry, don't discuss anything with anybody. And when you are confused, don't take decisions. Bhagavad Gita, we have to apply in our life. What is the first chapter told us? This principle. Arjuna himself confessed that I am completely paralyzed. I can't think properly. If you can't think, keep quiet. See, friends? And when all this thing was going on, Bhagavan Krishna was quiet. He didn't say anything. There is no point in talking to dumb people. There was no point in talking to him. Bhagavan was listening only. Good. All the pressure that Arjuna has built up was released by his blabbering in the first chapter. And finally, he says that he left the Gandiva and came down the chariot and Vishidantam, and he was frustrated, sitting like this. To that frustrated, crying Arjuna, Bhagwan Krishna spoke. Now there are two ways of looking at it. If you and me were there, what we would have done? We would have sympathy for Arjun. See, Arjun, you are telling is true, because if the war happens, there will be so much of bloodshed, so many people will be killed. Bhagavan Krishna didn't know that in the war people are killed. Arjuna thought that in the war children are born. He was teaching Dharma Shastra to Bhagavan Krishna. See? All the male members will be killed in the war. Only ladies will be left. And then there will be attack of the foreign people. And there will be crossbreeding. And when crossbreeding happens, then the Dharma Shastra will be destroyed. Nobody will do the Pindadan. And then all those who have died, they will go to hell. Ram, 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 Ram. What is going to happen? Nothing has happened. But he started projecting, imagining. See, friends, how important it is. When we are having no confidence in us, all negativity starts coming out. Now, to that, Arjun, Bhagavan Krishna did not start in a loving manner. Nahi beta, we have come here for war. We cannot go like that. What people will say? No. He gave him left and right. See? क्लैब्यमास्मगमपार्थ न एतत्त्वयि उपपद्यते क्षुद्रम हृदय दौर्बल्यम त्यक्तोतिष्ठ परंतप. The word kliba means the one who lacks inspiration. Klibata means impotency. He who doesn't have inspiration, he is living only because he is unable to die. Live every moment in an inspired mode. Success is guaranteed in life. See, friends. Therefore, what is the way we should begin our day? Begin our day in an inspired mode. How we begin our day? In a perspired mode. कितना बजे है? After 10 minutes. Again. Every day we'll decide, I'll begin my day early morning. Every day early morning comes. Sleep is also over. But then our Maniram comes and tells us, Yar, we did not wake up so many years. Babaji have got no other business. They unnecessarily, And then again next day, as the same day, then you wake up again at 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. And then today also I could not do it. I don't know. I had decided so much. Okay, tomorrow I will do it. Again tomorrow comes. Again morning 4 o'clock. Again your sleep is over. Again you don't wake up. And again you go to sleep. And again the same thing. After it is repeated 3-4 times, you come to a conclusion. I don't think I can do it. Friends, what is self-confidence? What happened to Arjun was his self-confidence had gone. See? Don't all the time भगवान की कृपा ऐसा कुछ नहीं होता. Grace of God is expressing in our heart as self-confidence. Otherwise, Bhagwan will do. Why will he do? You work yourself. Don't push it on him. He has got better things to do than to wake us up. Utho beta, jago. No. Start your day early morning. See? So when we recognize this, that we cannot do it, we become totally negative about our own infinite potentialities. We all have got infinite potentiality. We are not here to live. We are here to succeed in life. See, friends, there was one American girl, lady, She came for one of the international yoga conferences. I was also addressing that conference. So after all the conference was over, she said, see, I actually wanted to discuss with you because I am writing a book, but now I have got a flight, I have to go. So I'll call you when I go to USA. I said, okay. She called. Here day, there night. I said, at night I don't talk. Okay, call me India daytime. Again she called. Then she said, I want to know what is the understanding about mind according to Indian philosophy. I said, I'll tell you both. Western philosophy talks about what are the abnormalities of the mind. We talk about what are the possible infinite potentialities dormant in every mind, not diseases. See, friends, we all have that infinite potentiality provided we know how to invoke that. And it is invoked by installation of self-confidence. Now let us understand what is the self-confidence. See, you are all educated people, easier to talk to you. If you take one point, any point, and from there you draw two lines, there will be some angle. Two lines drawn from the same point cannot be parallel. Right? Now, suppose these are the two lines. The distance between the two lines at the base of origin is less. As we go away from the base origin, the distance between the two will start increasing. Is it not? Very simple. Now these two lines are, one is our Kriya Shakti, ability to do. Second is our Jnana Shakti, ability to decide. When we decide, I'll get up early in the morning. Action, we don't get up in the morning. It is repeated once, twice, thrice. Net result, we have started going away from our own original goal. And as it is repeated number of times, slowly, slowly, the distance between these two, our power of deciding and our power of execution, that distance becomes so wide. And then we come to a conclusion, I don't think it is not for me. Is it that God is not available after Brahma Murta? I will know. Don't justify. Whatever we decide, we must execute that. See, friends, Arjuna had decided, not for a day or two, how many years they were in the forest. During that time, he did not do meditation. He did not do Ram, 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 Ram. Only one thing, I want to fight the war and kill them, what they think of themselves. That he had decided. But when actually the situation came, then he became paralyzed. How can I kill them? Bhishmacharya, Dronacharya, they also knew that they have to kill Arjun. They had no problem. Arjuna was thinking when it was not required to think. See, friends. Therefore, when we study Bhagavad Gita, all the principles of Bhagavad Gita must be manifested in our life. Otherwise, what happens? These mothers, they go for satsang. Elderly ladies, Dadi Ma, Nani Ma, like that, they go for satsang, Gita ji. And then they come home and something happens with the kids will be doing something wrong, good or bad, then they become very angry. So their mother tells, see, Dadima has come. She has come from Bhagavad Gita. Don't make noise, okay? She will get disturbed. What is the impact of the children? Whenever Dadima listens to Bhagavad Gita, she becomes like this. Hey friends, it is our responsibility that if we are the student of Bhagavad Gita, that principle of Bhagavad Gita must manifest in our life. Otherwise, we bring blame to Gita. गीता पढ़ने से ऐसा हो गया है. अरे hey friends, why this happens? Because we are studying Gita academically. It has to be studied practically in one's life. When knowledge is digested and assimilated, it is called wisdom. When knowledge is neither digested nor assimilated, it is called philosophy. In that Bits Pilani, the principal, the vice chancellor was a very good friend of mine. I never knew him also. Once I was asked to come there, so I went there. Then he says, Swamiji, I've been listening to your talk so many years, and all Upanishads I have heard from you, and I didn't know him. Those days cassettes used to be there. And then he said to our student, talk something, I want them to be exposed. Maybe like religion, philosophy, spirituality, talk something. I said, all right. So 3 talks I gave on these 3 topics. And conclusion was, in religion, there is no God. In philosophy, there is no wisdom. In spirituality, God and wisdom coexist. Hey friends, spiritual life is that we are allowing, be attentive, spiritual life is we are allowing the dormant divinity in us to manifest. What was that? Because of which Arjuna, such a successful warrior, one of his name was Vijay. Arjuna was never defeated in any of the wars that he fought. Never. See? Such a warrior, he became nonplus because of wrong thinking. Therefore, if we are studying Bhagavad Gita, our thinking process must undergo required change. Friends, therefore, how to apply Bhagavad Gita in our day-to-day life? Like this. Take one principle per day. Now, this also technique I tell you, and I promise you, you will never do it. I am so happy about it. Because if you do, you will become wise. Where will I go? Do you know the prayers? What is the prayer of a doctor? Don't know? Sarve bhavantu roginah. They don't like healthy people. Hey, healthy kahin ka, bhag yahan se. They like unhealthy people because that is how they survive. Similarly, our prayers are like this. Sarve bhavantu ajnanina. So that my market is maintained. See, friends, we have to practice this knowledge in our day-to-day activities. Then only Bhagavad Gita is studied and assimilated. Otherwise, we become only parrots. Like you must have seen how the children chant the Bhagavad Gita. Dharma kshetre kurukshetre dhoita yutava mamaka pandava chaiva kima kurvata sanjaya sanjaya vaja sanjaya drashtva tu pandavani kam yunam. You put chili below them. After Bhagavad Gita chanting, chutney will be ready. Only words, 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 words. The meaning must come in our day-to-day life. Therefore, if we have to practice Bhagavad Gita in our life, these are the few points. Give it a try. You will change yourself, not the world. The most important person to improve in the world is ourselves. Otherwise, we become like a driver. He was driving the car, and then suddenly some animals cross or some unruly crowd comes, and he becomes angry. Why they are on the road? Now, you have a driving license or they have a walking license. If you have a driving license, your ability to negotiate through a terrible traffic is expected. Don't expect, because you have got a driving license, people on the road will be disciplined. No. See, in our Ahmedabad, very peculiar things. What happened that one person asked me this question. Swamiji, you have seen you have got a tremendous observation power. What is that? He said, here in Ahmedabad, when the driver, the three wheelers, when they have to show the direction, they don't show with the light, they don't show hand, they take out the leg. Idhar jana. Why they do like this thing? I said, maybe Purva Janma Samskar. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat. See, friends. Therefore, Bhagavad Gita we have to apply in our life. And last thought. When I was invited in one big gathering, there were about 6, 7 Mahatmas on the dais and audience. So after my talk was over, one elderly Mahatma, that time I was very young, elderly Mahatma said, Dekho, beta, yes, you should not talk Bhagavad Gita so lightly. I said, okay, I'll talk very heavily. Over. Then there was one Kamandalu with me. Then Kamandalu said, Swamiji, why didn't you tell him? I said, look here, he is an elderly person. We should never argue with elderly persons. Whatever they say, without listening, say yes. After 2 minutes, they will forget. And your problem is solved. If you discuss, if you argue, they will remember it. Kids take this technique. See? Don't argue. Yes, yes, yes. Forget about it. Okay, then you tell me. I said, look here. If you have studied Bhagavad Gita, how Bhagwan Krishna spoke to Arjun is written in Bhagavad Gita, 2nd chapter. There, Sanjay tells, such a frustrated Arjuna, when he was talking all rubbish, to that frustrated Arjun, Bhagwan spoke, Prasan Iva Bharata, with a smile on the face and confidence in the heart. That is the creed of Bhagavad Gita. Don't give up. When you become depressed, dejected, the problem become disproportionately terrible. If you are confident, take it lightly. At the most, what will happen? You will fail. Never mind. Agle baar. In this manner, Bhagavad Gita should never be studied with too much seriousness, And this is how many people waste their time in doing meditation. And kids, I don't know what are you teaching in your school here, Vivekananda. In one place I went, and there the children, small kids, they were taught meditation. The small kids, what meditation? No, no, sit, now we'll have meditation. Swamiji has come. Sit properly. So children, close your eyes. They can't close their eyes. Don't move. That means I am not moving. First of all, stop doing meditation if you want to be happy in life. Then just be happy. You don't have to become happy. We become happy when we get something what we wanted. But when you are happy, you are independent of everything. See? The Bhagavad Gita was delivered by Bhagwan Krishna in a happy mode to a frustrated Arjun. Don't compete with the frustrated people. Bhagwan Krishna didn't do that. And therefore, the error of our identity has to be corrected. So if you want to know what is first chapter, Arjuna, no? Srimad Bhagavad Gita Su, Upanishadsu, Brahma Vidyayam, Yoga Shastre, Sri Krishna Arjuna Samvade, Arjuna Vishada Yogo Nam, Prathamodhyaya. Na? How can Vishada become yoga? See? Tragedy Yogo Nam. How can Vishad become the yoga? See? Vishad is a uncomfortable, unwanted situation in our life. How can we say Arjun Vishad? It is okay. Sankhya Yogo Nam, Jnana Yoga Nam, we understand. Vishada Yogo Nam. See? Be attentive. That Vishad, that problem, that bad event in our life, because of which the direction of our life changes from dogward to Godward. That bad event in our life is Vishada Yoga. See? And Bhagwan Sri Krishna created it. Arjuna was not like that. When Arjuna told, take my chariot between the two armies, Bhagwan Krishna, imagine, had he taken this chariot in front of Duryodhan Dushasan, will Arjuna ask any question? See? Bhishma Drona Pramukataha, Sarvesham cha Mahikshitam, Uvacha Pata Pashetam, Samavetan Kuruniti. Bhagavan says, Arjun, come, I'll take your chariot between the two armies, okay? And see, this is Bhishmacharya, you have to kill him. This is Dronacharya, you have to kill him. And these are all Kauravas are Pandavas' brothers. Therefore, Pandavas, technically speaking, were also Kaurav. Kurvamsha. Pandavas were equally Kaurav. So Bhagavan says, you have to kill your own, okay? And come on. See, friends, was it necessary to create confusion? He had come prepared. See, friends, and because of that, Bhagavad Gita is available to us. Had Arjuna no confusion, no chaos, Bhagavad Gita would never have been born. And therefore, every bad event of our life, take it as a divine signal. We have to change our direction. We are going the wrong way. See, friends. Therefore, Bhagavad Gita, we have to practice in our life in day-to-day events. And for that, most important thing is self-confidence. Self-confidence comes when we have something higher to achieve in life. If the goal of our life is, do time ki roti mil jaye, then you become a dog. You know, Bhagwan Ramakrishna Paramahamsa was asked this question. Who is a devotee of God? So he said, okay, you people tell. The one said, he goes for bhiksha. And if he gets the bhiksha, he eats it. If he doesn't get, he goes to the next house. Bhagwan Ramakrishna Paramahamsa said, you are talking about dogs. I am asking about human beings. If I don't get food here, I go to other house and ask for food. No, 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 no. Then I go ask for food. If I don't get, I continue chanting Lord's name. Then I go to another place. Again I ask. If I don't get, I don't give up. I continue chanting Lord's name. In short, we should never divorce from divine memory. Remember always, He is our essential self. It is so simple, friends. Live in this world, but we have to hook on to Him. The net result will be at ease, at peace, happy. Whenever anything is done by a happy person, life is fulfilled. We are not seeking happiness, we are expressing happiness. Give it a try and be happy. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.